Ah, the joy of winter, eh? Hello and welcome to Sam's Russian Adventures. My name's Sam, an English guy who's been living in provincial Russia for 17 years. Now today's video is going to be really interesting. It's about two Russian subcultures that you're probably not aware much about. The first subculture is snacks, zakuski. Now snacks doesn't sound very interesting, right? But actually it's a huge subculture in Russia because for different drinks there are different snacks. Let me tell you about when I first found out about snacks. I was in the UK and I had some Russian friends, and I went to my Russian friend's house and they said to me, "Do you want to drink vodka?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's go for it." And at that moment my friend's wife legged it to the kitchen and started bringing in all these salads and different snacks and stuff, and I was like, no, I don't want to eat, I've just eaten. The thing is, in Russia we have drinking culture and then we have particular snacks that go with each drink. Like in the UK you'd have maybe roasted peanuts, in the US you'd have chips, and maybe, what's the other one you guys like? The beef jerky, right? In Russia there are loads. So today's video, we're going to ask people about their favourite snacks that they like to have when they drink, and then we're going to go buy the snacks, and then I'm going to take you inside a second subculture in Russia. I'm going to take you inside life with my friends, where we go to a particular place. We're going to try the snacks. You're going to see life inside Russia. Now before we get started, I ask that you smash the like button and consider subscribing, because YouTube doesn't really like to show videos about real life in Russia. So my videos don't get many views at all. So if you're interested in knowing about life in provincial Russia and real life, not just the stuff that the BBC or CNN shows you, then consider subscribing and smash the like button. Let's get started. This is the worst thing. The tractor just takes the piss basically. So he's cleaned the road, but he's got a nice blockade in front of my driveway so I can't get out. So I've just come to the supermarket to get some food, and I've realised that I've got no money with me. I've left my debit card at home, but this has given me an amazing opportunity because I can now make a clickbaity thumbnail saying no money for food in Russia. So that's going to be today's title. It's not that I haven't got money, I've got money at home, but I haven't got money with me. So today's title is going to be no money for food in Russia, and hopefully that's going to get me loads of views on YouTube, because that's exactly what YouTube likes. Извините, пожалуйста, можно я спрошу вопрос? Какая у вас любимая закуска?
Закуска?
Да.
Брускетты.
А, брускетты, да? О, спасибо. Чипсы, да? А.
Капреза.
Капреза?
Капреза. Это помидор с моцареллой.
Какая вкусная закуска?
Да, самая вкусная для вас какая?
Рыба, наверное.
Молодец.
Холодец, да?
Грибы.
О, интересно. Что?
Мы также любим сыр и всякую
А,
другую.
сыр, да? Ага.
Я обычно, наверное, гренки.
Гренки. Вот вы первый, кто это сказал. Вот
Потому
супер.
что я любитель пива из алкоголя.
А, вот супер. Я давно гренки не кушал даже. Я всегда эти сухарики только. А гренки, да, надо будет. Молодец. Спасибо, спасибо.
Сыр.
Сыр, да? Хорошо. Спасибо.
Самая лучшая
Да.
закуска. Но если под водку, то селедка.
Да? А, водки пьете, да? Неожиданно. Молодец. Спасибо. So in a video that I made where I was walking down the street and going in different shops and stuff like that, a lot of people asked me in the comments, they said, you know, in Russia do they have supermarkets, do they have shopping malls and all that stuff? It seems like the shops are all really small, right? And this is the problem when you watch one video, right? I've got like 250 odd videos, but when you watch one video, when you watch one video, everything you see in that video, you think that that's what everything else in Russia will be like because you've only watched the one video. And this is one of the problems I have when it comes to making videos about Russia, because a lot of Russians will watch one video, and let's say I go into the countryside, actually deep into the countryside. Oh, 1 second, my friend. Hello. Привет. С наступающим. Спасибо. So let's say I go to rural Russia, right, and that's just like the villages in between the towns, right? So in between, not the big towns, but in between small towns, right? So during Soviet times, the people that lived in those villages lived there because they had like purpose-built factories and purpose-built collective farms there, and they would maybe even build some like 2-floor or 5-floor apartments just for the people that worked in the collective factories, the collective farms. But now in Russia, the Soviet system obviously, you know, finished 30 odd years ago, and those industries are no more. So those villages and those purpose-built areas are now, well, in a pretty bad state. So for example, just after New Year, I'm planning to go on a road trip, and I know what's going to happen. I'm going to go through these villages, through these small towns, and Russians are going to watch the video and they're going to slaughter me and say, oh, you're showing Russia as being crap, you're deliberately doing this. And I completely understand their skepticism. For me, it's really, really important what Russians think of my video, because I'm a Russian citizen, absolutely love Russia, and I know that the Russian people are fed up with negative videos portraying Russia as a shithole, and it's really important to me that they don't think that I'm doing that, because I'm really not trying to do that in any way. I'm trying to show real life. Unfortunately, while showing real life, sometimes you show the worst things as well as the good things. So right now we're in the supermarket, one of the supermarkets I really like. It's kind of like a hypermarket. You can see there's like bulk amounts of food and drink everywhere. It's because it's cash and carry, it's called in the UK. Don't know what you'd call it in America, but it's the place where you need to have a business to become a member to join, and then you get like tax breaks when you buy in bulk. So as I've said already, today's video is about zakuski. Now zakuski is basically snacks, but in Russia, when drinking, Russians have snacks alongside when they're drinking. The way I could maybe say it is, in Europe, in the UK, maybe if you're drinking red wine and have cheese with it. In Russia, there's certain snacks that go with certain types of alcohol. Certain snacks for beer and other snacks for strong base alcohol. So here's all the things we're buying. I'm not going to go through it now because I want to show you when we get to the Banya. So check out the Banya complex. This is where we come every Thursday. Echo Park. Oh, look how beautiful the tree is there with the like British style lamps, lanterns. And this is the Banya look from the outside. Looks amazing actually in winter. It's so picturesque, isn't it? It really is picturesque. And as you can see, we've got another 2 of these, and people can rent these if they want to come and live in them, right? Yeah, because there's 3 bedrooms upstairs and another shower room and stuff upstairs. So you can rent them for a few hours just to come to the Banya, or you can rent them for like the weekend if you want to. Какой у тебя любимый закуски?
В древней русской кухне это соленье зимой. Самая хорошая закуска. А летом шашлычок.
Спасибо. Какой у тебя любимый закуски?
Любимая закуска? Наверное, огурец, скорее всего, соленый.
Да, хорошо.
Да, и помидор.
Спасибо, отлично.
Пожалуйста.
Можешь вопрос?
Да.
Любимый закуски у тебя какой?
Мандарин.
Мандарин, да?
Да.
Ну, отлично, спасибо. Извините, пожалуйста, можно я спрошу вопрос?
Да.
Самые вкусные закуски?
Бош.
Борщ. Спасибо. Сало, да?
Сало.
Отлично, спасибо. Здравствуйте, мужчина. Скажите, пожалуйста, самый любимый... Я хотел поверить, может быть, не мужчина, да? Вот сзади непонятно вообще, да? Самая любимая закуска какая у тебя?
Новогодняя?
Да. Ну нет, вообще, ну, чтобы попить, ну, может, водки или пиво или что-то. Ну,
Рыбий
закуска.
хвост из помойки.
К водке очень хорошая закуска. Это сало. Замороженное в холодильничке, минус 19 лежит. Нарезаешь тоненькими
Нет,
полосочками
19,
с черным хлебом, лучше с бородинским, и идеально заходит.
А есть у тебя какая-то странная, которая вообще-то, ну, необычная, которую ты просто любишь, ты, не знаю.
Это гуакамоле. Только
Гуакамоле, да? Гуакамоле, да?
Это наша родина исконная.
So we're at the Banya now, relaxing with my friends, and I've just put on the table some of the different types of food that Russians like to eat when they're drinking vodka. So let's have a look what we've got on the table. So let's look here. These are called, this is called sukhariki, okay? So this is just basically like different pieces of bread with different flavouring in. Now, we also have a different type of sukhariki, which is like a, what's the word? Grinki, which is made, you like put black bread in the frying pan, you fry it with chestnut, which is chestnut. I've forgotten the word for chestnut in English. Told me afterwards, blimey, I've forgotten the word, I'm forgetting English words all the time. Garlic, fry it with garlic. Then what else have we got here? We've got some sausage and some bread. This is cabbage and carrot together. Caviar with butter. This is holodets. This is like a jelly weird thing with meat. Different meat in it. I absolutely hate it. It's vile. I really can't stand it. Just the sight of it, the thought of it is horrible. Then we've got some more cabbage here that one of our friends has brought here. It's really tasty. Pickled. This is pelmeni. So this is different meats with a pasta around it. And it's already cooked. So the meat is already cooked, but we just put it in water for like 10 minutes. It's ready, and we eat it with mayonnaise, and sometimes sour cream. It's really good. What else have we got? So here we've got different cheeses. This is sausage kolbasa, it's called. Of course, black bread, different cheeses, carrots, fruits, and then this here is bacon and sala. And sala is basically pork fat. It's horrible. So Mark is going to say a toast. He's Yuri's child. Not child, but son. Hey. So Mark is a young guy out of all of us, and he's been working in the south, so we just said a toast in like a southern Russian accent. That was the idea behind the joke. So let's have a look in here, because this is the building we basically rent for a banya every Thursday. So in here we've got the barrel that we pull, which is full of cold water when we come out of the sauna, the parelka it's called. That is there. And then here is like the plunge pool filled of ice cold water. Now at this moment I can't film inside here simply because we go in there naked, but later on I might get someone to film me maybe being hit by these birch leaves. Now the birch leaves are being soaked in water to make them nice and moist and perfect. The smell, the aroma that comes from these when you're being hit by these birch leaves is incredible. Up here you can see two different things. You can see the hats. So this is a banya hat that we wear to keep the head cool, so we can stay in the banya for longer, because if you go in there without the hat on, your head will get hot really quickly and you won't be able to stay inside. And these things are called podjopnik. It's basically something you put below your ass to sit on so that your ass doesn't get hot, because on the benches inside the sauna it's really hot. So Dima has just told me he's brought me a present. You remember Dima, the owner of the banya, from a couple of weeks ago? He's brought me a gift for New Year. Let's have a look what it is. It says it's up here. Ha! Perfect. It's exactly what I needed. The one that I've got is basically dead, and Dima was always saying to me, why don't you get like a normal one to clean your car? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Thanks, Dima.
Добиться в гости невозможно. Но у него якобы новоселье, и он говорит, что ему не из чего пить. Лёлик, это тебе. Ох ты! Да ни хера не это налёг.
So Alexei today went to a town called Khustal, and they make glass there. They've got a glass factory. So I'm guessing he's brought him these glasses from there. So I wasn't aware, but Alexei has just finished his house. He's been building a house for a while in this amazing cottage which is like a housing area with big detached houses, and he's just finished it. So the other Alexei bought this Alexei some gifts to say, well, housewarming gifts. So inside the banya, we've got a little kitchen area that we use to prepare foods and a little stove, electric stove. And then outside we've got a little, it's called a veranda, little balcony area. In summer we sit here on this table and we eat watermelon and stuff, and it's a really picturesque view. Let's have a quick walk. I'm topless, but I've been inside the banya, so I'm not that cold. So we've got a barbecue area over there. I don't know if you want to see it, it's pretty dark. And we've got these fir trees all around. It's very picturesque. And this is the banya. So upstairs we've got like a sleeping area, but we never stay here for the night. We just come and even this, look, this is the little area that's covering the kanalizatsi, which is called, in English, this is called the, like, what's it called? Drains. These are the drains, but it's got covered in a little house. Now look at how pretty is it, look. There's 2 more houses down there. This road is basically a banya complex. There's 3 houses altogether. Look, you can see that people have put alcohol outside to keep it cold, right? You can see there's a bottle here, look, and a can of beer down there.
Хочется и страшно. А потом, как любой человек, каждый попадает.
Хо-хо-хо!
Russian
Пиздец!
winter!
Пиздец!
Я быстренько. Друзья, предлагаю вам выпить и проводить старый год. Для многих он был сложный, неоднозначный. На кого-то сильно повлияла специальная военная операция в моральном плане. Вот, да. Я хочу сказать, что, на мой взгляд, прошлый год был годом, когда наша страна... Надеюсь, что 23-й год будет годом нашей победы.
Узбекский, да?
И верю, что все у нас будет замечательно.
Виват Россия!
Да?
Ура! Ура!
Молодец.
Russian Happy New Year!
За родину! Не сгните от какого-то там неебаного.